welcome to Magic and Mystic, where we are going to talk about anything that's magic, spooky, and of course, mystical. We are your hosts, Alana
and Agatha,
and today I'm going to take you on a journey back in time where you couldn't even trust your own baby. And, of course, we'll tell you what crystals align with today's topic.
I'll tell you a spooky story that goes with today's topic and what the tarot cards are trying to tell us.
Okay, so how has your week been?
Busy. I've been doing overtime every day this week, like 2 hours overtime in the morning. And I was meant to do one yesterday over the weekend as well, but I just could not make myself go in.
I'm about to say, you've defo caught a tan.
Oh yeah, that's old though. That's old news.
That's old news, but she tans so well. I am like Casper.
Well, I think it's scary.
Yeah, you can say that.
I was meant to say your skin reminds me of a fairy, but skin and fairy just turn into scary.
To be fair, I can see how you made that up. Right, okay, so I know that today's podcast is Changelings.
If you haven't watched our last episode, I think it basically ties into that.
Yes, it does. Yeah, our last podcast, which was Mimics.
Mimics, yeah.
And yeah, I remember we brushed over this one because I got really into it. I was like, ooh, this one goes very, very far.
I know a little bit about them. Not much though. I don't know their origin story of a changeling.
Okay, so do you want me to jump into it?
Yes, please.
Right, okay, so imagine you put your child to bed. Perfectly healthy, maybe just a little restless, overtired as babies get. There's nothing out of the ordinary. You give them a kiss on the forehead, you leave the room. And the next morning, something's wrong. They look like your child, like the same eye colour, the same hair colour. So physically they look the same. But there's something about the way it feels. So do you know what I mean? Like when you get a vibe?
Yeah.
Like something's not quite right.
Yeah, something's off.
And then all of a sudden, they're refusing to eat. Maybe they scream whenever you come near them.
Oh.
And maybe they stare at you with an expression that seems a little too old for their face.
Right.
There's just something not right.
Yeah.
And according to centuries of European folklore, there is one terrifying explanation for this. Your child hasn't become ill, it hasn't changed, but they believed that the child was a changeling.
Alright.
So today we're going to jump down the darkest areas of fairy folklore. And honestly, when I hear changelings, I kind of just think, okay, they were swapped at birth, it's a fairy.
Yeah.
And I don't really think too much into it. But honestly, it gets really dark. I will say this isn't going to be a light-hearted episode.
Okay. To be fair, from the stories I found on it, I couldn't imagine that.
Well, you picture fairies, as you said today, obviously with my skin, it looks pretty, you like how pale it is. So you imagine pretty, flower, glittering, little woodland creatures like Tinkerbell.
Oh, I was thinking Edward from Twilight. This is the skin of a killer.
He is a known fairy. But historically, the fairy folks were not something you necessarily wanted ever to come in your home. Depending on where you lived, some people called them fairies, elves, the good people, the little people, the fairy folk. So all those names, that's obviously where you think, oh, they're friendly. I will admit, fairies could bless you, and they could help you, and they can be kind, but they could also confuse travellers, steal livestock, ruin crops, and sour milk, and also lure people away.
Right.
So I know that I have started researching the next podcast, I'm not going to lie, and it was about the white deer. And when I say lure people away, that kind of ties into the other podcast, the next podcast.
This is how it works, by the way. She just tells me what we're doing, and I just have to look up bits for it.
Yeah, basically. But sorry, I got distracted by the lure people away.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what a changeling actually is.
Yes, please.
At its simplest, a changeling is something left behind after the fairies have stole the human. Usually the victim is a baby or a young child.
Yeah.
I suppose they're just easier to take.
Yeah.
The fairies take the human child and replace it with something else. But what exactly? That sometimes depends on the story. So I know that a lot of times people will say that the fae change children and babies with their own.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of put like a glamour spell on so you can't tell the difference, even though vibe check.
Yeah.
When they change it, they could be replacing it with their own sickly babies or even their unwanted ones.
Yeah.
One story that I actually found claimed that elderly fairies were disguised as babies so they could live comfortably in a human household.
Right.
You look so confused.
There's two things going on in my head at the minute. One, I wonder what the life is like for the stolen baby. Like, do you think they just have like a great life, or is it like crap, or do they die?
I do not think it's a good life.
Oh, okay, yeah, guys.
To be fair, I don't feel like it's like what we make out in books.
Yeah, definitely not. No. It's like Brother Grimsby side rather than Disney.
But this is why I keep telling you to read the book I keep recommending. So there's this book and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's called The Cruel Prince. And I have been asking her to read this for ages. And I'm obsessed with it.
I did just finish my collection of books, so I will actually start reading it. Oh yeah, my second thought was, do they grow like a child?
So, you remember when I said that they put glamour on?
Yeah.
Well, that glamour won't last forever. So it does fade. So I don't feel like they get the chance to grow entirely up.
Okay.
Because it does fade eventually. And then what they realise, what they thought was their child, then is revealed to be a fairy. Or even nothing more than wood. So they don't actually have to replace it with a child or an elderly fairy.
Yeah.
They could literally put a rock in it. But because they coat it with magic,
Yeah.
we think it's a baby.
That's sad. But wait, why do fairies want human kids?
Okay, so there are several explanations why they want human kids.
Okay.
One of the most common ones was simple, and that's because human babies are considered pretty. I know. That's what I read, and human babies, they are really cute and they are really pretty, but I can't imagine what a fae baby would look like, because obviously faes are made out to be beautiful, so you'd have thought. Fairies supposedly admired healthy human children and sometimes wanted them for themselves.
Right, okay.
Because I'm guessing that some or most fairy children were sickly.
Do you think it's like us looking at a puppy and then being like, oh my god, you're so cute, I want you?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. I think like that makes sense.
And I suppose if you have a sickly fairy child, you kind of want a healthy baby.
Yeah.
So they could be swapping for that sake. There were also stories claiming that fairies needed human blood. Not necessarily in a vampire sense, like Edward.
I was thinking more ritual, satanic.
Well, instead, some traditions suggest that the fairies' race needed human blood introduced into their population to strengthen it.
I wasn't far off.
So, I always read that, like, obviously, like, you know, if you're into fairy books, you'll know they always say that the fae don't populate as quickly.
Yeah.
So that could be a reason.
Possibly, yeah.
Which I kind of like, just because it ties in with all the fairy books I read. Other legends claim that humans were taken to be servants, companions, or even spouses for the fairy world.
Yeah. That one seems like the books I've been reading.
And then there is probably the darkest explanation that I have.
Okay.
In some Scottish traditions, there are stories connecting fairies with a payment made in hell. So the idea was that every 7 years, the fairy folk had to surrender one of their own. And according to some versions of the legend, they preferred to give them a human instead.
Okay.
Which suddenly makes the idea of fairies abducting children sinister.
Yeah.
Because now they're not stealing them because they admire them. They're stealing them because they basically need a sacrifice so that they're not putting their people at risk.
Yeah.
So they're just like nicking one and going, here we are, hell. Here's our deal.
Again, it's like humans sacrificing sheep. Like the lamb. Sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, to be fair.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Are you saying we're like fairies?
Yeah.
But even though I've made this quite sad, there apparently are ways to stop it. Like, you know, like...
Prevent it.
Yeah, preventative measures that you can put in place. So apparently, baptism.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Christianity, obviously.
It's Christianity. Baptism. Apparently they wouldn't touch the baby.
Yeah.
Parents were also never warned to leave newborn babies unattended, even for a minute.
Yeah.
Because the fae might come and steal them away. Iron objects were particularly important.
Iron comes into place with a lot of like folklore creatures, doesn't it?
So this one like made me, it didn't make me grin, but I'm like, So a pair of iron scissors might be placed near the cradle.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I was like, I would not put scissors anywhere near a child.
Not a newborn that like tosses and turns.
But they've also put a piece of iron could be kept beneath the baby's bed.
Okay.
Rowan branches might be placed near them.
Okay.
Clothing to be turned inside out.
It's an odd one.
And in some traditions, parents were warned not to praise their baby too enthusiastically. I don't know why.
I guess it makes the fairy go, oh yeah, that is a good child, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, points them out.
Or if an elderly fairy wanted to live there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It does sound, well, to be fair, I was going to say it sounded silly, but it doesn't now at all. Like, I can just imagine now someone going, wow, they're the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. And then obviously the fae going, ooh.
Yeah.
You're right. If that is the most beautiful baby in the world, then it must be mine.
So, how exactly do you know if your baby has been swapped?
Okay, so I shall tell you. So there are signs, and I say this with bunny ears. They might cry consistently, might struggle to speak, they might develop differently to other children, they might have seizures.
Oh, that's sad.
Avoid certain foods, have difficulty walking. Some stories describe changelings as having a extraordinary appetite while never appearing to grow as well.
Okay.
which kind of contradicts the refusal to certain foods.
Yeah.
But I guess they might be put off other foods, but then could eat like all the cake in the world.
But also, like, it could just be a different changeling, you know, preference and stuff.
Yeah, can't put them all in one basket now, can we? Others describe children who seem physically weak but have unusual intelligence.
Okay.
And then we've also got almost a kind of ancient look in the child's eye. So you like, you know, when you look at somebody older and you're like, yes, you're older, even though you're looking into their eyes, you can just tell that kind of look.
There's a way that people phrase it, and I can't think of what it is now. Wise for their age.
Well, you've got wise eyes.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. I don't think that was exactly what I was thinking of, but that one literally goes over here.
Yeah, so even though they look young and they're a baby, they've just got older eyes.
Yeah, something about them. Looks like they lived a life.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically how you can tell, how they used to tell if their babies got swapped.
Right.
Like, that's what would go down to. And they even did a eggshell test.
What's that?
So, there are several versions of this story across Europe.
Yeah.
And folklore, of course. The basic idea is a wonderfully bizarre take of it. So, you take an egg, you crack them, empty them.
Yeah.
And then you use the eggshells as a cooking pot.
Okay.
You arrange the tiny shell near the fire and pretend you're preparing an enormous meal inside it.
Okay.
Okay, then you wait, because a normal human baby shouldn't understand how ridiculous this is. Like doing a massive stew in an eggshell.
Yeah.
But the changeling, a changeling might forget that it's supposed to be pretending. In a version of one of the tales, the surprisingly young child watched this bizarre preparation and makes a comment and shows it. Well, it reveals itself. It reveals that it's smarter beyond its age.
It's like, what are you doing with that eggshell?
Yeah, basically, it's like, what? You can't do that, you silly human. So yeah, it exposed itself. In many versions, once discovered, the fairy creature disappears. Sometimes the fairies return the stolen child once it's been caught. And everybody lives happily ever after. Which would be a wonderfully, like, a strange little fairy story.
A Disney ending.
Yeah. If the folklore had remained only that.
Yeah.
But it didn't. So, how to get them back?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, because not everyone's like going to be like, you're a fairy, and then magically they disappear and return your child. So, once somebody believed a changeling had been left behind, there was one overwhelming question: where is the real person?
Yeah.
Because according to the belief, they weren't dead, they had just been taken. Somewhere beyond the ordinary world, the person you loved was supposedly still alive, and that meant there was a chance for you to get them back.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of the supposed methods are actually quite horrifying.
Oh no.
The basic logic was simply make the changeling uncomfortable enough and the fairy will return the human. Some folklore suggests relatively harmless tricks. Surprising the changeling, making it laugh, tickling it. Well, yeah, tickling it to reveal its age, because babies laugh, but adults hate being tickled. I've never met an adult that likes to be tickled.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You've also got carrying it to a particular location associated with fairies.
Okay.
which I don't think is fine. But other traditions become violent. So, suspected changelings could be exposed to extreme heat or cold. They could be immersed in water. They could be abandoned outside or threatened with a fire.
Now, imagine if someone thought their baby was a changeling but turned out not being it.
That's what makes this story so sad.
Yeah.
So, obviously, sometimes there was physical abuse.
Yeah.
The belief was that the fairies were watching. If their own creatures, well, I say creatures, but if their own was being hurt, they thought, okay, well, you'll come take your person back and we can have ours.
Yeah.
But of course, the person being subjected to this wasn't actually a supernatural creature. I did warn you at the start of the episode.
Yeah, that's sad.
So I do find it really sad because obviously if you get ill, like if a baby gets ill or injured, they're going to change slightly.
Yeah.
Like their mood's going to change. So it's so sad.
Also, if a child has a mental disorder or something, or even a physical one, it can seem like it is the things we've mentioned.
Yeah, it's one of them where when a baby's first born, you're not sure if it is going to have any
they don't know
traits of epilepsy or anything like that. So I'm guessing when it first came on, there was like, oh, changeling.
Yeah.
Because I suppose the medicine wasn't that great back in the day. So
the knowledge in general about human bodies and minds.
Yeah. So it's one of them where they were just like, this is the only way we can explain it. Fairies. But it just wasn't always children. Some adults could be taken as well.
Oh, okay.
So there are a few stories that tell of beautiful young adults being stolen because the fairy folk desired them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like musicians were like particularly wanted.
Yeah, you did say that they wanted them as spouses as well.
Yeah, so spouses to carry children, and I did say companions as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing people with like musical talent or really good at art and stuff like that. I can imagine that the fairies would be like, damn, I want me a bit of that.
Yeah.
Come on, who doesn't like a pianist?
Yeah.
A pianist. That's what I'm meant to say.
So, I've got a little story for you.
Tell me about it.
So, it's about a woman called Bridget Clary. Clary, I think that's something. Bridget Clary was born in Ireland in the 1860s. She was married to Michael Clary and living in Tipperary. Bridget was unusual for those days. She earned her own money. She worked as a dressmaker and was also associated with selling eggs. She was capable, independent, and apparently relatively successful.
Oh, okay, go her.
I know, right? Then in March 1895, Bridget became ill. Reports described symptoms including fever and respiratory problems. Exactly what illness she had has been debated, but what matters for our story is that the people around her began to believe her illness has changed her.
Oh, kind of like what we were saying earlier, where you could be perfectly healthy, but then illnesses can come at any point.
Yeah, something's like off, so people are like, oh my god.
Swapped.
Yeah. And Michael Clary, her husband, has become convinced that the woman lying sick in their home wasn't Bridget.
Oh my god, shock, it's a man.
Yeah. He thought the fairies had taken Bridget and left something else behind. Think about how terrifying that belief becomes when the accused person is sitting directly in front of you, insisting, I am Bridget, I am me.
To be fair, I think that I'd be pulling my hair out. I'd be like, what do you mean I'm not me?
Like, why am I not me? What am I doing? I'm ill.
Just leave me alone. I'm just sick.
So, from Michael's perspective, of course, the changeling would say that. Any denial becomes part of the deception. There is no answer Bridget can give that proves she is herself.
It's like a lose-lose, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you admit it, it was like the witch trials. If you denied it, you were a witch. If you said, yes, I am a witch,
well, you're a witch.
You're a witch then. You've admitted to it.
There is no answer Bridget can give that proves she is herself. People gathered at Clearer home. Attempts were made to treat Bridget. A lot of like herbal remedies, religious elements became mixed with folk practice. Bridget was questioned repeatedly. Her husband has demanded that she identified herself, but the situation kept escalating. She was physically abused, and eventually Michael forced Bridget towards the fire. Bridget's clothing caught alight, and she was burned and died.
Well, that's depressing.
Yeah. Her body was later concealed in a shallow grave, but the horror didn't end with Bridget's death, because Michael apparently believed that the real Bridget could still return. The woman who had died wasn't his wife. Therefore, Bridget was still with the fairies. Accounts surrounding the case describe him waiting at the location associated with fairies, expecting his real wife to appear. Imagine that. Bridget is dead, her body has been hidden, and her husband is waiting for her to ride back from the fairyland.
See, I'm actually imagining it, and I don't know whether to like feel sorry for the guy or to like have a bit of annoyance towards him.
Yeah.
Because obviously he truly believed it, and he clearly loved his wife if he's waiting for her to come back.
It kind of sent him into a psychosis, that belief.
Yeah, psychosis. Best way to describe it, I guess.
Literally losing your mind. It kind of reminds me of like something that some like Christians go through. It's called religious psychosis, where they go so deep into the belief that they think that if they don't make others believe it, it will end badly, basically. That's what I think, because obviously he truly believed that his wife was not his wife and that she's still alive somewhere else.
I feel like that happens in a lot of religions.
Yeah, I think so too. The only one I've seen of was Christian, that's why I mentioned it. But let's go into the trial. So obviously Bridget's disappearance naturally attracted attention. Her body was found and arrest followed. Several people were prosecuted in connection with what happened. Michael was ultimately convicted of manslaughter rather than murder and received a lengthy prison sentence. The case has become internationally notorious. Newspapers seized upon it. And because Ireland at the time was deeply entangled in British politics and debates surrounding Home Rule, Bridget's death became more than a criminal case. It became political ammunition. Critics used the story to portray rural Irish people as primitive and superstitious. That framing creates another complication. Because Bridget's death was real, the fairy belief surrounding it was real. But using one horrific event to caricature an entire population is obviously another matter entirely. What happened to Bridget tells us something about what beliefs can do under extreme circumstances. It doesn't help us that everyone around her shared that belief.
No, that's true.
I mean, yeah, literally, if one sane person went, "You nuts, that's clearly Bridget," I'm guessing because there were masses of other people saying, well, no, she's acting different.
Yeah, it was like a spark that just literally blew up onto it. If there were like one or just like two people that went, no, it's Bridget, she's just ill, she has this.
Yeah.
Then people would have been like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
But because everybody was in the same mindset of she's been replaced, we need to get Bridget back. Plus, if they actually thought that they made the Fae uncomfortable, they'd get her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose if you feel like if someone you loved, like, got kidnapped, you'd do anything you could to get them back.
Yeah. Exactly. But there is something particularly frightening about the questioning Bridget endured. The fundamental demand was essentially, prove you are you. But how do you prove that? Your memories? A fairy could know them. You don't know how long they've been watching you. Your appearance? Changeling looks just like you. Your voice? It has your voice. Your instance that you're human? Exactly what fairy would say.
It was such a lose-lose.
Yeah, it's the perfect accusation because every defense becomes evidence against you, and the pattern isn't unique to changeling folklore. History repeatedly produces accusations structured in exactly the same way. Witchcraft, possession, certain forms of conspiracy thinking. Once somebody accepts premise completely, contradictory evidence can actually strengthen the belief.
Yeah, and like with you saying memories, like there's always going to be memories where other people remember it, but you don't remember it as clearly.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously, every time you relive a memory, it changes slightly. You add things. Your brain might remember something differently this time. And obviously, your memory won't be exactly the same as the other person's memory. So, it's not bulletproof, is it?
Exactly. Can you remember when we went and stole a car?
Oh, I wish.
Changeling.
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
I wish. I was talented enough to steal a car.
I wish I was brave enough.
Yeah, that
well,
too.
not even that. I mean, like, so my car broke a couple of weeks ago, and my friend was like, "Oh, it's okay, you can borrow my car. I have two." And I'm like, "No, thank you." And they're like, "Why? You need to get to work." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but if I scratch your car, I'm far too scared of scratching your car."
Yep. That's why I'll never drive another person's car.
So, I know we've gone into changelings a lot, and I feel like they've been portrayed as evil, but I don't think that's the case. Like, fair enough, I feel like some of them might be more bad, I guess, than others, but I suppose that's the same as everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I guess not every changeling tale portrays the fairy creatures as malicious. Sometimes the changelings actually do grow up within the family house, and they're fine.
Okay.
Like, nothing happens. And then you've got to think that they will, like, possess extraordinary abilities. They're fae, so they must have some form of abilities, whether it's musical or to do with their supernatural heritage.
Yeah.
That would be beneficial.
Yeah.
And occasionally, the stories become less defending the changelings and more about discovering who they are. That makes changeling folklore surprisingly complicated in a way, because you can't just say it's bad, they're bad.
Yeah.
I do get it, because in some people's minds, the changelings are an intruder. But they could also be the victim. If it's a changeling child that has just been swapped over, it's a child, it doesn't know. It's a baby, the same as the one that had just been taken. It's a replacement. And they're going to be scared as well, especially if they didn't know what was going on.
Yep.
But depending on the story, you can either love it or hate it. There's fear in it. It's pity. And some changelings also do find love. And I imagine that they do grow attached to their human parents, if there were any changelings. So. I'd put it this way, like, imagine raising a child for years and then discovering that it's not biologically yours. Does anything actually change? Like, does anything you felt for that child go away? So I've noticed folklore occasionally brushes against the uncomfortable questions. If a fairy child has lived with you for 10 years, is that now your child?
Yeah, it's similar to if you found out that your child has been swapped at birth or something. Well, I mean, literally, yeah, if it has been swapped at birth.
Or if it's just not yours.
Yeah, would you still love it?
You can't take feelings back. You can't just switch them off.
And yeah, 10 years, it might not take you like a month to realize that your child is not yours. It might take you months or years to be like, you're not like you should be, I guess.
Do you think the idea of a changeling being swapped scares people still?
Maybe, because I think Ireland is still quite superstitious.
I feel like most of us don't generally worry about the fairy folklore.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us don't worry about a fairy being replaced in the dead of night.
Yeah.
But I also do think that the Changeling story still works. It's still kind of a horror fantasy, and I feel like that's why it's in so many books.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's in so many TV shows, anything fantasy. Like, you can kind of, if it's got fairies or fae in it.
See, I do keep thinking I've seen something similar in like maybe not Disney, but I keep thinking Disney, a movie or a series or something. But I can't pinpoint what it is. I keep thinking Sleeping Beauty because they had fairies, but they were asked to look after the child. They didn't steal it.
I'm thinking of Peter Pan. And I know Peter Pan wasn't a fairy, but he still stole children away.
He did. Did you see the theory that Peter Pan is actually the evil one?
Yes, killing children.
Yeah.
So they can't grow up.
And Captain Hook is the one that tries to save them.
Yeah, I did. And to be fair, it kind of stuck with me. I'm like, oh my god, I've been lied to my entire childhood.
It makes sense.
But saying that, it made me laugh. Cal did the other week when he was on about fishing.
Oh yeah?
And he went, did you know it's a lie? You don't actually have to stay quiet when you're fishing. It's just something we got told when we were younger.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually scare the fish. It's like, oh, did not know that.
I figured that out when my dad started playing the radio. Dad, but you're meant to be... No. Oh, okay. Okay. Would you like to hear the crystal I picked for this one?
Oh, yes, I would. Like, I can just imagine what crystal you picked.
So I actually wrote a script for myself for this one.
Ooh.
So, let me just get it. Okay. So the one that I picked is called Tiger's Eye.
Okay.
Apparently the latest ones I've been picking are animal-based ones. I don't know. The last one was Hawkeye, I think. So Tiger Eye helps with confidence and courage, mental clarity and focus, protection, grounded ambition, and willpower and motivation. So it helps with quite a lot of things.
To be fair, I feel like you need clarity in this story.
Exactly. So, changelings are rooted in the fear that something precious, a child, a loved one, even a sense of reality, has been swapped, distorted, or replaced. Tiger's eyes, traditionally a warding stone, is used for cutting through illusion, revealing truth beneath glamour, protect against trickery and manipulation. In folklore terms, I don't know why I can't say it, Tiger's Eye is the stone you keep by the cradle to ensure the child you see is the child you have. It's the antidote to the changeling fear, clarity over confusion. Ta-da! My little script.
I like your little script.
Alright. Tarot cards.
Yes.
Okay. So, the tarot cards we have are the Magician, the Empress, and the Two of Wands.
I will say, Igata has been shuffling them. She laid them out as I was talking. Usually you got, let's see what they have to say today.
Yeah, I'm a bit excited about tarot today. I've not done them in a while. So, the tarot combination signifies active creation, fertile planning, and stepping into your personal power to map out your future.
Okay.
You hold the raw skills and the nurturing, abundant energy to bring it into life, while standing at strategic crossroads of long-term vision. So,
okay, I really like that one.
It's pretty fitting. With your skills and resources fully aligned for abundance, you're perfectly positioned to make strategic choices and map out your next major step forward.
I like that. I really like that one.
It fits a bit with Alana today, apparently.
It does. It does.
Sometimes they proper hit like right where they're meant to.
So everything seems to be going well, and everything will be going well.
They will, yeah, literally. To be fair, we might not get into the details if Alana doesn't want to, but everything seems to be going well for her.
And it's really cool. Up.
I feel like when you had your latest birthday, you were a bit worried.
I was very worried, and I feel like we will go into it on probably another episode. We might do one of those get to know us again.
Oh yeah,
but we might just do you and me.
Yeah, I don't think you guys actually know our ages or anything, because I don't think we've actually.
No, we've never done a get to meet us, so we'll have to do that.
My birthday's coming up. Maybe we'll do like a birthday special. It's on a Friday as well, so that will be fitting.
Yeah, I think that would be really cute.
So, yeah, another get to know us, I guess. Less spooky maybe this time.
An actual get to know us.
Yeah, if you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, and we'll try and answer them.
Yeah, I think that'd be so cute. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so thank you guys for listening.
Yes, we appreciate it. Every single time you listen to us, we actually have a smile on our face.
Yeah, I love it. I am checking our analytics, I guess you can say. Even though we don't get any people actually commenting, I still get really excited that people do watch us.
Like, I'm just happy that you guys are coming along with us for the journey.
I know, and we're slowly growing. We have, so far, up to date, we have 11 subscribers.
And thank you so much. like that is so cool.
I know. There are people that actually listen to us. That's really cool.
Okay, right. So we're going to sign off now, and because if not, we're just going to be babbling. And thank you so much.
Right. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. And make sure you rate us, because we keep forgetting to mention that.
Yes, definitely.
5 stars. Right. See you guys next week.
Thank you.
Bye.